Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we're back on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 62, and I've got to tell you, I am really very confused. This week has been all over the place, just completely all over the shop. First off, obviously had a bunch of exams. That's to be expected, it's exam season, but it definitely doesn't help your schedule, okay? I've got exams, a lot of them have been in the afternoon, which really has just shoveled up, just completely flipped over my recording schedule, so I've had to work around that one. But most importantly, I actually got pranked. So I'm going to say this right. At the time of recording, I've already recorded half of this episode. Halfway through recording this episode, I then logged off for a while because, you know, I record these episodes over a couple days, and then when I came back on, I'd been pranked. So then I recorded Friday's episode of Hermitcraft, which is a different day to what I usually upload on. I usually upload on the Thursday, so we've had to shuffle the schedule there as well. And now I'm recording the start of this episode, but then in a couple minutes time I'm going to skip to recording over half. It's just so confusing. If I start sounding a little bit confused halfway through this episode of Hermitcraft, that's why, okay? I might get a little bit lost, might start getting things wrong, but in theory, it should actually be quite a lot of fun, because in today's episode we are going to be working on the new train station area that we started work on in the Monday evening live stream. I've got a bunch of really cool ideas for what I'm going to be doing there, so it should be cool to work on. Now, my design idea for this room is going to be expensive. It's going to be fairly pricey, it's going to use quite a lot of resources, but this was tweeted to me the other day on Twitter, and I fell in love with it. I thought it was awesome. It suits the base, it's pretty similar to what we have going on around here, uses compressed ice, but most importantly, uses quite a bit of nether quartz, okay? It really does use quite a bit of nether quartz, and you know what I'm like? I never use nether resources, because I never go to the nether. That was a bit confusing to say, but that basically means that we're going to have to do some resource gathering. I have absolutely no nether quartz to my name, so that means that we're going to have to hop into the nether, do some mining, and you know what? I think I'm going to do it like a mining challenge. So if you wouldn't mind heading down to the comment section, letting me know how much stuff you think I'm going to get, then that would be really cool. I do apologise, but today you aren't going to be getting your daily dose of groovy tunes. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be talking to you for a little while longer. You're going to have to put up with my voice for just a little while longer here, because I've got something that I really want to mention to you, and that is, of course, Minecon 2015. We are less than a month away now. I am super excited because I've never really been to a convention before. I've never been to a proper convention before, so this is going to be my first one, and of course it's Minecraft, okay? Minecraft is what I do. It's probably the best possible convention I could be going to, so it should be a really good experience. Can't wait to see what they have to offer, but most importantly, can't wait to meet all of you guys. That's like half the reason I'm going, is because I want to meet all of you. So I think over the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing an updated vlog, because let's face it, it's been ages since I've done any form of vlog. In fact, a lot of you probably don't know what I look like. I think the last vlog that I did was the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, and that was probably like, what, 7, maybe 8 months ago? So, yeah, it's been a while. I've changed my hair since then, so, yeah, I'm going to have to do an updated one, because otherwise none of you are going to recognise me. But all of that aside, Minecon aside, everything aside, the day before Minecon, me and some friends are actually going to be holding a bit of a mini event. It's going to be like a little fan meetup thing, where us YouTubers can chat to all of our fans. Now, the people that are going to be attending is, of course, me. I'm going to be there. But there is also DocM77, potentially. It's potential at the minute. False Symmetry, Impulse SV, Tango, Simply Sark, and also Zedaf. So all of these people are brilliant YouTubers, and all of them have got their various sets of fans, and hopefully we can get them all together in this one location and just have one big meetup. Now, the location is the Royal Victoria Square, which is at the west entrance of the XL Centre. If it is raining though, we'll probably pop over to the Fox Bar, which is just across the road, and that's if it's raining or if there's a small turnout. So down in the description, there is a link that I want you guys to click if you do plan on attending. It has all the details about the event. Of course, it doesn't cost anything. It's free admission. We're not going to be charging people to turn up. And as I say, it is on the little grassy square next to the XL Centre. It is called the Royal Victoria Square. And on that link that I've put in the description, there is also another link to a Google Maps location so that you can find it. You shouldn't have any trouble locating it, because, as I say, it's right next to the centre, so if you don't know where the centre is, then you're probably going to have some trouble getting into Minecon. But that is the plan at the minute. I hope I haven't missed anything. If not, there'll probably be a little disclaimer above the link itself, But if you wouldn't mind just registering if you do plan on going, then that will give us a rough idea of numbers. But anyway, back to the Minecraft action. So ladies and gentlemen, 1.5 hours have now passed, and just check out the resource tower. Oh boy, does it look good. It's almost a shame that we're actually going to be taking this thing down. I did about an hour and a half's worth of mining. It wasn't particularly efficient. My way of doing things isn't very efficient in terms of gathering up loads of nether quartz. It's much better to just go out on the nether surface, picking up all the stuff that's just embedded in the netherrack. It's a lot faster, but I am so damn scared of the nether. So scared of the nether, I always tend to die there. Whenever I die, it's generally in the nether. So I just stick with my safe technique of staying in the roof of the nether and just mining straight across. But it's probably not the fastest way of doing things. That being said though, we do have quite a lot of resources here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to start taking these things out and we'll see what we can get. Alrighty then, the resource tower is gone. I don't think that grass is ever going to grow back. That must have been a really heavy weight on top of all that grass there. But it was a big haul. We managed to get a ton of resources. You can see I've got all this stuff in here. We've got a bunch of redstone, bunch of diamonds as well. We have got a ton of nether quartz. Obviously, that's not all the nether quartz, in case you were wondering. And then a bunch of coal and things. If we take a look in the chests I've got over here, we have got even more nether quartz. So I'll just place that in there and rotate this around before people go absolutely crazy. We have got a bunch of redstone. And also, I headed over to the witch farm the other day. So now we have just a metric butt ton. Just a seriously load of redstone. And also, over here, we have got all the coal. And finally, all of the lapis. All of that stuff there was from today. So yeah, it's gone well. We have got ourselves a ton of resources ready to do a bunch of really exciting projects. So this is the design that we are going to be using. And do you see what I mean? Very, very expensive. In fact, I don't actually think we're going to have enough to do both the walls with the pillars and the stairs and also the ceiling. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, we could be pleasantly surprised here. I'm going to be using slabs for all of this, so I suppose that will make it a little bit cheaper, but still, I'm not gonna hold out on this one. I'm gonna start coming up with alternate designs, maybe using some sandstone and things. But it's doable. It's definitely doable. So this is what we're going to be doing. And as I say, I really like the way that this looks. And I think it is really going to fit in our little train station area. So it's around about now that I'm starting to realise that my plan was a little bit on the ambitious side. This is definitely very ambitious. If we take a look at how much nether quartz I have left, I've got a stack and a half. Actually, oh, it's not too bad. I've got just over 2 stacks left, but I've run out of pillars and I've run out of stairs. Now, stairs are really expensive and pillars are the same price as regular quartz blocks, but you're forgetting that we have to do the entire ceiling and the entire floor. Oh boy, we're going to be cutting it fine, I think. We're going to be pretty close, so I might actually have to do some extra quartz mining here potentially, but it's coming together nicely. It looks really grand. It's very, very, very fancy indeed. When you turn up in here and then you're looking through into the base through this archway, I love it. I think it looks really very cool. So there's no problems there. It's just whether or not I can actually do this. Not one, but 2 creepers nearby and a skeleton. In fact, hang on. Oh, that didn't work out quite as well as I was expecting. I was going to try and get a music disc. Where's that other creeper gone as well? Oh, that makes me nervous. Let's get him. Oh, yes. Professional creeper killer. I have I have regained my reign. Good news, everyone. All of the nether quartz pillars are in. We've got all the stairs in as well, so now we just have to do the compressed ice and the redstone lamps, and of course the floor and the ceiling, which I still don't really know about because we have only got just over a stack of nether quartz left. I don't know if that's quite going to do it, because of course that's going to be doubled, but still 2 stacks to do this big floor area and also the ceiling as well. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. But as far as my impression of the room is concerned, I really like it. I like the block combinations, and it's coming together quite nicely. The only thing that I will say, and this is going to sound a little bit strange, but it looks a little bit Cheshire. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you aren't going to understand what I mean by that, but Cheshire is a location in the UK that's got a bit of a name for itself for being full of people that wanted you to know that they were rich. You know, the sorts of people that have big houses with the big pillars out the front of them, and they've got really big gold watches, generally speaking, drive Bentleys. They have, like, the big lion statues at the end of the drives, basically telling you, look at me, I'm really rich. That's the reputation that Cheshire got. Now, I just want to say, if anyone's sat here watching this video in Cheshire, I'm sure it's lovely, okay? I'm sure Cheshire is absolutely lovely, everyone is friendly, and I'm sure that the stereotype is incorrect, which, let's face it, most stereotypes are, but that's the sort of feeling that I'm getting from this room here. When someone turns up to my base, they roll in the minecart, they come around here, they'll probably get out and go, wow, look how rich Mumbo is, he's got so many resources. So, that's the Cheshire effect. I don't know if I like it, but I think I'm going to keep building. Some of the final bits are going in now. We've just got to do the bands of iron that are travelling across the room. And then it is going to be time for the moment of truth, okay? This is when we find out if I've actually managed to gather up enough nether quartz to do this build. Now, I have to say, it's going to be close, okay? I have a feeling I have a little bit extra nether quartz left in my chests. So that will come in handy, okay? If we have some extra nether quartz, then I'm going to say pretty much 100% we are going to be able to do this build. But if I don't have that, then we might struggle. We might struggle just a little bit. Oh, yes! Yes, we've got it. We have actually got extra nether quartz. Excellent news. Right, we're probably not even going to need all of that. So, just craft up maybe half a stack of these quartz blocks. And then, of course, double it by turning all of those into slabs. Right, let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got 3 stacks and 20. Yeah, that's definitely going to be enough. The room isn't particularly big, so that's going to cover us. Oh, happy days. Seems I might have slightly overstated the size of this room because, I mean, I've got 4 slabs left to place, and I have just under 2 stacks of slabs left. Oh, that's really annoying. Really frustrating that I've turned all of those into slabs because, of course, you can't craft them back into blocks, which means that they are now going to have to stay as slabs. These are now just nether quartz slabs that I'm going to have and try and find a use for. I mean, I'm sure I can find something, but that's really very annoying. I should have waited around. Damn. But anyway, the room is done. And despite the fact that it's looking a little bit Cheshire and that this light isn't actually on at the minute, it is looking good. It is really looking good. I'm happy with it. It looks very grand. It's almost like a palace. So that's happy days. The only thing that I will say is I have no idea what to do with this wall at the back here. Absolutely no clue. No idea in the slightest, because of course the rail is going to come in like that, so we need some form of entrance. Perhaps I could get the pillars back out. I've still got a handful of those, so maybe just chuck something up like this, and then have the stairs on either side, and then just the minecart comes straight down the middle. Does that look good? Or should I mirror what we have going on this side? Ooh, decisions, decisions, decisions. I don't even have enough stairs to do it. The room is now done. I have decided to replicate what we have going on this side onto this side, and it's looking good, okay? I'm happy with it. The room's completed, and it is looking fancy as always, but that does bring up the new problem, and that is this area. The run up to the room is awful, okay? It's like having your big fancy house with your massive pillars and things, but then the run up to it is just through a swamp, right? You've just got a dirt driveway through a swamp, and it's not very nice, okay? So we need to sort this out, because at the minute, it's looking a little bit rough around the edges. It's not a particularly brilliant entrance, and once again, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to have stone slabs for this main section here, and then I guess it will drop down into like an iron, quartz, compressed ice type zone. Oh, my brain just can't work that one out just yet. Firstly, I have cleaned up this little area up here. So now we have a slightly better entrance into the place. And we drop down through into here. And then we have this space. Now, I've cleared it all out. So we've got plenty of room to work with here. And I think we're going to be working with a 3 wide corridor. Okay, so we're going to be going 3 wide. And then it's going to come around here, probably still be 3 wide. And then it's going to end up in this room right in the middle. So as far as the design is concerned, obviously I'm a little bit limited because these redstone blocks are here from the other room. Okay, so those are behind these redstone lamps, which are there. So that means that we have to have them in this wall. And I've done a little thing. I've added some redstone lamps underneath them, and I actually think it looks okay. It's obviously not going to win any awards. It's not going to be a lovely looking room, but it looks alright at the minute. So now what I'm doing is I'm just chucking down the extra iron across all of the walls. Here we are in the process of running out, so I'm probably going to have to head off to the spawn chunks. But as far as I'm concerned, this should look okay. Well, I needed to use them somewhere, didn't I? So now we have ourselves a nice nether quartz floor area. It's looking really cool. I don't know why I don't actually use nether quartz. Well, I know exactly why I don't use nether quartz. It's because it's really expensive and it's difficult to get large quantities of it. But if I could, oh, I would just go ham with this stuff. It's looking really cool. So now we just have to do the little corner section. Finally, this is done. The tunnel is in, the room is done, and oh, happy days. Oh, I'm just so happy with this. This is excellent. I've got a beaming smile on my face. I don't know why. I think it's just because using quartz is something that I never really do, and it's ended up looking really quite impressive. So now all I have to do is I've got to chuck in all of the rails. We don't have enough powered rails, so I think just some of them are going to have to be regular ones. But let's see, actually. We've got 17, so that could be enough to make it right the way to the end. Please be enough. That'll be absolutely perfect. Oh! Oh my word. No way. What luck. Let's just check around to see if there's none missing. We've even got some extras over there that we can use. Well, that's impressive. That's probably the luckiest thing that's happened to me all day. Don't know if you can tell. It's been a bit of a rough one, actually. I've had a thing. This has happened to me in the past as well. Right, I woke up this morning and I've actually got a bit of a fat lip. And when I say a bit of a fat lip, I mean an impressively fat lip. Okay, I woke up, looked in the mirror, and I was like, what is that? Now, what I'm going to assume is I think I've been bitten by a mosquito or something in the night on my lip. This has happened before. Okay, I don't know why I have such bad luck with this sort of thing, but it just means that I've got quite a big swollen lip. Big lips aside though, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I have run out of time for today's episode. If I've sounded a little bit flustered towards the end of this video, it's actually because I'm properly running out of time. I've got 3 hours until I leave to Cornwall. I'm actually going on holiday for the weekend. Well, I will have gone on holiday for the weekend. By the time this video releases, I probably will have come home. So head down to the comment section and ask me how it was, because I'd love to respond to you. But yeah, I'm going to Cornwall. Should be going surfing. Well, trying to surf. It's been a good number of years since I've done any form of surfing, so that could be interesting. But I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff, and it should be a lot of fun. But as I say, leaving in 3 hours, that gives me just about, I would say, enough time to edit this, render it, and potentially upload it, depending on how good my internet is. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm cutting it just a little bit fine, but it's been a really fun episode, and we've got a bunch of stuff done. We obviously gathered up a large amount of nether quartz. We managed to finish off this room and also do the tunnel running up to it. I guess in the next episode, we'll do some of the redstone-y finishing touches bits, which need to be done as well. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.